Hi, I'm Lesley Logan. Today we're going to talk about the ballet stretches or just stretches on the ladder barrel, right? If you're ready, let's do it. They're called the ballet stretches as long as I've been teaching Pilates, but I've also heard that they've never been called ballet stretches by Joseph Pilates, because if you think about it, he didn't really name a lot of things, and that would not be what he named them. But they're, anyways, often known as ballet stretches, or you could just call them the stretches on the ladder barrel. So, standing stretches on the ladder barrel. It's a very sexy name. Anyways, you start facing your ladder barrel and you want the leg to go across the body. So I'm going to show you every exercise on one leg, and then when you do them, I hope you do both sides, right? So instead of taking this leg out and around, you always want to go across, right? You want to go into your midline and bring it up because that's going to be a safer thing, especially if you're a tighter person. Now, I'm someone who can hang in the back of their knee, so I have to be careful of that. But before I begin, I'm going to bend and straighten this leg and just kind of get into the standing muscles of my standing leg because it's so easy just to hang out in the joints, right? I want this hip to work. If you've been doing this for a while, doing this exercise without arms is going to be a real challenge, right? So otherwise they can just rest back here. You're going to lift up and you're going to round forward and lift back up again. Now it's really easy to hang out in this hip, internally rotate this top one, and then just do a hamstring stretch. So you want to think that you're doing spine stretch forward here. So my upper abs are lifting up as I go over my leg, and then my upper abs lift up, and I sit all the way up. And you do about 3 of those, right? And then you take this, and this is where you can do it without arms or with arms. If you've been doing it a while, you try to do without arms. You use this leg in your center, right, to go forward and back. And then you're really trying to like find your stomach going up and your leg pushing down so you can go 1, 2, 3, and then turn to the side, right? And it's really easy for that to be a quad exercise. The fact that I can do it without that gripping with dear life and then not doing it is because of practice. So then one thing that's really nice to do before you go into the side bend is to put this foot here with a bent leg. And again, stand on this leg. Don't hang out in the hip. Get your hip right over it. And you're going to side bend up and over, kind of like your side sit-ups. And then side bend up and over. This is a really not fun exercise from me, but obviously I need it, right? So you do like 3 of these on each side, and then you can take the leg out. And then again, you're standing in your leg, so not hanging out in your knee, right? You can push, bend, and straighten this leg to get more into your seat. And then you go up and over, and then up and over. And you can grab this bar if you need it, but I'm not trying to like scrunch this side. I'm trying to take both sides along. Up and over, and up and over. Now, I know that front side, I looked really impressive lifting my leg. So here's the thing. On the side, this one I'm still working on. So again, I'm using this leg to help me go this way and then my stomach to bring me back up so that I can 1, 2, 3. And then that's the best I've ever done that. Maybe I cheated a little bit, but anyways, you try to lift it from your underbutt. So here with this quad stretch, you want the knees to line up and the foot to push into here. And it's not about being back here. You want to get your hips square, lift up in your center, and you can bend and straighten this standing leg again so that you really get into the muscles where you're standing. You find the stretch, you lift up and away from it, and you get to hold it for a few cycles of breathing. You know, you need this. And then you would turn around and then go ahead and do the other side. Now, why do we do these stretches? When should you do these stretches? Honestly, you can do these before you start your Pilates practice. You could do these at the end of your Pilates practice. If you're super, super flexible, you might want to challenge yourself without using hands on these bars like this, and you may want to go do it on the Cadillac, either with the fuzzy standing or with the trapeze kneeling, right? And so that's what I would do. I would do it kind of before you start your practice or at the end of your practice. And I would do it in a way that helps you figure out like where your tight spots are, where your weak spots are, learn to stand in your standing leg. It's not just about stretching, right? In Pilates, we're never just stretching anything. So even though they're called the stretches, as we know, that means there's a lot of strength that's required. So you're really practicing how strong can you be so that you don't hang out into those joints, right? So that I don't hang out here on this side, how can I lift up and out of it? So that I don't hang out over my leg, how can I lift up and out of it, right? And then you can really start to use those inner thighs and your seat in different ways, parallel, externally rotated, right? And then you try to, this side doesn't do it, lift, lift, lift. Sometimes you just have to think about it. That's a weaker, tighter hip for me. So you just figure that out, right? And so in a perfect world, I would have started with the left leg, but it wasn't as impressive for you. It's a little boring, more of an exploration for me. But that's the cool thing about Pilates, right? We get to explore. So I would practice doing these until you figure out which side maybe you have to do first, left, right, or right, left, right. And then there are more stretches on the other side, which I'll show you in another video. But play with doing them before you do a mat and reformer practice or after you do them and see how it helps affect your practice. You may find you like it better in the beginning or at the end. And then do them regularly because you will start to see changes. So this isn't just like a one-time thing. This is something you would do several sessions in a row to really get the effects of it. I'm Lesley Logan. Thank you so much for watching. For more videos and tutorials from me, you can go to onlinepilatesclasses.com. We have hundreds of free tutorials for you. We also have weekly mat and reformer classes. So you can take them wherever you are and enjoy a 30-minute Pilates workout because I know you're busy and you still want to get your Pilates in. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions or comments, requests, you can put them below.